Hi, everyone, and welcome to Teaching Natural. My name's Dare. I'm a seventh year high school English teacher in SoCal or Southern California, and this is my February expense breakdown. My breakdown is going to be a little different than previous months because I live in SoCal. So even though I am not in an area that it was immediately affected by the fires, I didn't have to evacuate or anything like that. My budget has had to change because things have gotten more expensive or there have been some repercussions because of the fires. So I'll explain that in my budget when we go into those areas. Starting with my first card, this is my Synchrony mattress card. The remaining balance is $589. The minimum monthly payment is $127. This is my card with the highest balance. It's the only card with a balance, but it is at a 0% interest rate until March 2026, which is cool because I am on schedule to have this paid off by April 2025. So this month of payments, next month of payments, and then April is when I will make my last payment to this card. I already paid my $127, so we're good there. Next is my Chase Southwest. This is my regular spending credit card. I always pay this card off as soon as I make a transaction on it. I just go ahead and pay it. So the balance is always zero. My minimum payment, thus, is always zero. And the reason why I'm so good at paying this credit card off is because it has a 20% interest rate. So that's like having a 20% tax on every single thing I purchase if I do not pay this card off. So I make sure that I'm always paying this card off to avoid interest. On this card is ADT, which is $22.99. Cox Internet, $90. This month, I needed to up my Disney subscription because I'll need it for teaching and I cannot have ads popping up while students are watching the movie. So it is $19.99 this month, and Netflix is $15.49 this month. I have already sent in and paid each of those bills for a total of $148.47. Just go ahead and write paid there. Student loans, thank goodness the new administration has not said anything about student loan payments. I'm hoping that they do not say anything about student loan payments for a very long time. The Department of Education sent an email saying that they're thinking interest will start kicking in September of 2025, but who knows? While my student loan is on 0% interest, I have been paying down so much of this loan, almost $1,000 every month. So I've really been killing this loan. The minimum student loan payment is $334.47. And then I threw an extra $569.37 for a total of about, I think, like $903 going towards my student loan. Renting utilities is $2,671.97. Groceries, $400. This is something that might be affected by the fires. I, at this point, have not gone grocery shopping for the month yet, so I'm not sure how my grocery prices are going to increase. So next month, this might be higher just because things are more expensive because of the fire. My gas for my car has increased 30 cents since the last week that I had to go get gas. So I'm going to put $160. I usually put $140 on a regular month where I'm driving all the time and there's no vacation days. So I'm going to put an extra $20 in this month to kind of have even more backup money saved. And because that increase of 30 cents, each fill up is now probably going to be about like $40 to $45. So that'll allow me at least 4 fill-ups. If it's at $40, that's 4 fill-ups this month. That should be enough because February is a short month. Gas and electric. To my gas and electric company, count your days. There is no logical reason why my gas and electric went up $40 this month. And it's not because I used more electricity or I used more gas. What increased is the price for them to deliver my electricity and my gas and like the maintenance lines and things like that. I don't know if this is another increase because of the fires, but it makes no logical sense when I used the same amount of gas and electricity that I always do, and my bill is always between like $85 to $90 for it to be $126.53. So gas and electric, count your days. I am so irritated by this increase. It's ridiculous. My car insurance is $135.90. Month ahead, I did have to take some money out of my month ahead in January because I had some things pop up, like a dentist appointment that required extra money than I had already thought would be covered by insurance. It was not. And then I had to take my car back in and had an issue with my tire sensor, so had to cover some of that. So the $306 is enough to replace what I had to take out and put an extra, like I think $100 in there. So it'll actually increase my month ahead fund by putting $306. That's also accounting for the fact that my gas and electric went up. It's also accounting for if food happens to go up, and it's accounting for gas for my car having to go up. So I am increasing the month ahead that I have there. If you're new to my channel, I already have 1 month saved and a little extra than a month saved. So now I'm moving towards having 2 months saved. Nothing needs to go in my emergency fund right now because I'm going to focus on month ahead. Nothing for sinking funds because, again, focusing on month ahead and the diabolical, trifling gas and electric company. Shopping, I'm giving myself $50 for Valentine's Day because I know that as a single person with depression, I need to make sure that I can get myself something that makes me feel special. So I'm just going to give myself the $50 to combat my mental health there. Nails, $79. Hopefully that does not increase, but that's something that I will have to budget for if, because of everything else becoming more expensive, my nail salon becomes more expensive. But for right now, fingers crossed, $79 will still be enough for a mani-pedi and their tip. European Wax Center, paying my wax passes plus a tip for my esthetician or for my waxer. So I've already paid the bill for the wax passes, and now there is just the money left for the tip. European Wax Center is $399.25. So all of my expenses that are not paid on a credit card comes up to $4,328.65. In my check this month was $5,508.04. All of my bills totaled up comes to $5,507.96. So I have a backup of 8 cents in case I made some sort of rounding error. Transferring into my cash wallet, that is where I keep the money for groceries, shopping, nails, and like anything extra outside of bills or gas. It's going to be $529. Going into my gas account is $160. And I like to separate these. That way, say like my groceries go over or I accidentally spend over on shopping, at least I'm not cutting into my bill money and I'm not cutting into my gas money. Into my month ahead high yield savings fund is $306. And again, nothing else there. So that's the breakdown. And now super exciting news on my debt. I did get to to color in a spot on my student loan tracker. Hello, Tux. All right, hang out there. So since I just paid $900 on my student loan, that now puts me at $20,983, I think it is. So I got to color in the 30% on my student loan tracker. By the end of this school year, I will be able to say that I am 50% done with coloring or 50% done with paying off my student loan. And by my birthday in 2026, by the time I turn 32, I will have my entire student loan paid off. That is including if the federal government starts charging interest again. So either way, interest or not, my payoff date is in July 2026. Okay, so that is everything for the month of February. Hopefully everything that I budgeted, that extra money because of the fires, will be okay. And I'll let you know how we're doing in March when it comes to the fires, as well as what the gas and electric company decides it's going to charge me next month. In the meantime and in between time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.